Looks like we're live. Could be.
Are we now?
It says going live. Looks like we're live. How about that?
We are.
We're live and we're in living color. This is WRESTLEKINO Live. We are two absolutely schizophrenic human beings that are here to discuss the cinematic, business, and creative implications of professional wrestling. I am Admin Chuck.
You just mean autism.
Autism, schizophrenia, same thing.
Powerful Pete Hardcastle.
And this over here, if he can figure out, first off, if I can figure out streaming conventions, but secondly, if Pete Hardcastle can figure out podcasting conventions, here he is.
Bro, I know podcasting conventions.
I know.
I dress the part.
You do.
Think about it. Like, you know what? When I said who is powerful Pete Hardcastle, I decided I am a fuckboy from Miami, Florida, and that's exactly what I'm going to be tonight.
Based. Unfortunately, I did go over on your intro by accident. I buried the new talent in the promotion. So I will not.
I have an old friend that can help me out. He's my manager.
Talk about going into business for yourself. There's HBK. There he is.
Look at the fucking crotch cutout right there.
Oh
what do you think that was? Bro, okay, real talk. Do you think Sonny peeled these exact pants off of him?
Sonny did many things that we will not be able to discuss on air. Anyway, top of the show, we are here to discuss first story, Mr. Hardcastle. Vince Kennedy McMahon has sold it all to the soulless corporation known as Endeavor. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Vince is still completely in control. Like, when you say that he's, like, giving it all away, first of all, like, they wouldn't let him and Triple H still work there if that was the case. Second of all, he'd be a figurehead. Third of all, they would actually be making the booking decisions. And thus far, like, The Rock returning tonight out of nowhere with Pat McAfee being like, it's the people's show. Like, dude, that is peak Vince booking, okay?
What a perfect transition, because we are about to discuss the great one made his undesired.
What The Rock is cooking.
He made his undesired, unasked for, unwarranted return, Peter, and I am sick and tired of Cody's push being negatively affected by this J-Brone.
No, he's not. Okay, he's not going to lose the push. Yes, Cody may feud with Rock at a later date, but I have a feeling that Rock is only going to participate in the Bloodline saga because, as we know, he's related to Roman Reigns, just like every other Samoan except for, ironically, Samoa Joe in wrestling. But with that being said, I'll bet you he's going to, like, team up with Jey Uso and be like, Jay, we can take him down together, you and me, and, like, all this shit. He's honestly going to be more of a manager than, like, an actual talent, like, wrestling on screen.
I would normally feel you if Vincent Kennedy McMahon and Paul Levesque were in control. But I'd like to bring up an article here from Metro. Let's have some legacy media goodness. We got here, it says, this was from Monday on September 11th from this literal who. Appears his name is Alistair McGeorge.
That sounds like a fake name.
That's definitely a pseudonym, for sure.
Alistair McGeorge sounds like a porn name.
Well, I mean, legacy media is pretty much just porn for those that don't like to do their own research. But regardless, it says tonight's WWE Raw marks the end of an era before Vince McMahon's company confirms the Endeavor deal. So this says, going down, this company has officially merged with the UFC's parent company, Endeavor, into a $21 billion brand called TKO.
I'm not going to lie, it's kind of a stupid name, but it's not so stupid for my stock portfolio.
Dude, how fat was that payout, I have to ask?
They didn't pay us out. They merged it into TKO because, you see, they gave us a proxy vote. and we voted whether to cash out the WWE stock and create a new TKO common stock, or to keep UFC and WWE separate, or to cash us out completely and then like have a just the UFC stock. I'm pretty sure. Either way, I voted to cash out my WWE stock because it closed trading at $115. So it's down there now, but I have a feeling that with all the new business opportunities that are going to present themselves, it's only going to go up from there. And if your floor is 91, your ceiling's probably going to be fucking 250 within 5 years. So I'm not going to sell it unless Vince like quabs in the middle of the ring, and it like I don't know. I don't think Vince would quab in the middle of the ring. More likely to be Shane, as we've seen in WrestleMania. But
well, Snoop Dogg did rescue him. Snoop Dogg is once again just the longest line of people Vince McMahon wishes was his real son. But I want to take you here to this right here. I have to ask you, Peter, does this man look like anything more than like an inch from death? Look at this. I love Vinnie Mac, but listen to this man and look at that Gomez mustache, that Gomez Adams stash.
Okay.
He's like a wax model of himself.
Don't be so hard on him.
He's old. Yeah, I know he's old, but
he's old.
Yeah, he's old. Well, you know what? I will admit, I enjoy Mr. McMahon. I thought that the WWE creative team under his return has actually been okay. Him and Triple H have made a pretty good combo. But look at this dude talk real quick. Does this guy look like he knows what kind of deal he just made?
People have been talking about this for a long time.
There were a lot of other suitors
Sure they
here.
were, but Ari, really, the synergies.
The synergies, Pete.
Very interested in us.
You what?
I appreciate that.
The synergies.
These synergies.
No, you know what? That's a
synergies.
McMahon. That's a McMahonism right there. Like
Synergies.
You want to know what? He probably heard synergy in one of these like corporate meetings he's had over the years. Like, I'm sure he's had all sorts of like dealings with business people that like throw around all this business shit where they're like, why, yes, I'm going to leverage a networking opportunity to create further synergy within my organization. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure Vince picked up on these things, and like he probably heard some guy say, it was like, oh, synergy, I like that. Synergy. Yeah.
Synergies, pal. We're stupendous. That's WrestleMania this year. It's the most stupendous WrestleMania of all time.
Exactly. And then he probably walked into fucking catering the next day, and he's like, boys, tonight we're going to be promoting synergy.
Synergies. Branding, goddammit. Forget about the hospital. Anybody can go to the hospital. Only members of the WWE Universe can go to a local medical facility.
Yeah, that, and they won't call them wrestlers. They'll call them entertainers.
God damn it, they're sports entertainers.
Okay, I get it. They are sports entertainers. But with that being said, I'm just a wrestling fan. I'm not part of the WWE universe.
Fuck you.
Sorry.
You are absolutely a member of the WWE universe. Michael Cole has confirmed it with this app that he's going to tell you to download 500 million times.
Okay, just because I attend a showing of Avengers doesn't mean I'm part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Why does me attending a wrestling show make me part of the WWE universe? What, if I start a chant, does that make me like canon in the storyline?
Brother, you are canon in the same way that Jim Cornette and his Jim Cornette experience are canon in the Sadachu Chris Chan universe, okay? So here's what I have to say.
Today we have a letter from Kristen Chandler in Walkersville, Virginia. That sounds like a fake name.
Neither that person nor that town are real. I'm convinced of it.
Well, I mean, technically Chris isn't real because he's in Dimension 1218 right now.
That is true, but I want to know what dimensional breach the WWE universe is designated to. Is it Earth 616 or something like that? But transitioning to this piece of it, though, I will say, we're talking about creative control. We're talking about Vince McMahon and the changing tides.
Me, brother.
And we're talking about things not working for me, brother, which brings up a perfect subject. Triple H. Update on Triple H's future after WWE merges with UFC to form TKO. This is from GiveMeSport.com from, let's see, what's this dude's name? Wayne Wilkins. Yet another literal who.
Fake name. That's not a real name. I'm pulling it, dude. I'm pulling a Jim Cornette.
Well, goddamn!
that reporter and that website are not real.
No, that is fucking real. I'm convinced of it. Okay, so it says here, whatever this dude's, Wayne fucking Wilkins. Okay, Wayne Wilkins. He says that Triple H's role in WWE will remain unchanged as the head of the creative and chief content officer. It says WWE has officially merged, yada, blah, blah, who gives a fuck. It says new details have been released with information about the game's backstage role within the WWE following this historic merger. Jesus, did an investor write this? What a shilling thing here.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I'm sure the company sent out a template to every sports publication. They're like, all right, here's what we want you to say about it. That's probably what happened.
Well, I mean,
dude, the government literally does it with mainstream news, where like this is what you were to say about this thing. So I wouldn't doubt it. If
I wouldn't either.
Is like,
really wouldn't.
Here are our bullet points. You can report on anything you want. Don't talk shit about Triple H. Simple.
That is probably correct. I guess they did do something similar with CM Punk recently when everybody asked, like, oh, is he going to WWE? And then they were like, oh, God damn it. Send out as many flash texts as possible. We don't want them.
Actually, I do believe the quote from Nick Khan was, why, yes, it is quite interesting that CM Punk has been fired from AEW.
Well,
with that being said, I'm very fond of his past ring work and his work in the UFC, which we are now merged with. Shameless plug. Anyways, I don't want to talk about it, and I wish CM Punk the best in his future endeavors. Dude,
the greatest.
A business person wishes you the best and bids you good luck in your future exploits,
you're fucked.
They want nothing to do with you ever again. They don't want to talk to you.
You're fucked. Exactly. Well, see, I just brought it up. There is like a Wrestling Observer Figure 4 thingy here. There's an article. Bring up that exact quote you just mentioned. The greatest non-answer.
Read it.
The greatest non-answer in the history of professional wrestling. When speaking with ESPN about the WWE and Endeavor deal, Nick Khan was asked if he would be interested in CM Punk, Phil Brooks, making a return to the company. He says, and I don't know, we got to come up with a Nick Khan impression here because I don't know what he sounds like. Listen. We only have respect for Phil, Khan responded. We appreciate his run here. We appreciate what he did, and he tried to do in the UFC. What he tried to do at the UFC. Quad of the year. It's confirmed. He just buried CM Punk. Oh my God. Holy shit. That is
so funny.
This is Peter, this is the greatest non-answer in history with like a little bit of burial in there, a little bit of denial. Dude, this is incredible. This is the greatest statement anyone in corporate America has ever made.
Chuck, do you want to know who is now no longer the least dimes champion in WWE history? This man right here.
You know what?
Big Sexy is officially more dimes than Lockport Phil.
Nope. Kevin Nash. All right. Kevin Nash. Let me tell you something about Kevin Nash.
Do not bring up the sweltering summer of 1992.
In 1992, when he was the WWF champion throughout that entire hotter than average, sweltering, steamy, sweaty summer, he faced men like Viscera. All right? And he just could not go over either in the ratings or in the matches. He was... Or in bed. Yeah, either. But he is statistically known as the least drawing WWF champion in history. Kofi Mania, a pancake-throwing mid-carder, made more impact and drew more ratings, more merch than Kevin Big Sexy, who thinks he's even sexy, Nash. I don't want to hear it.
Well, you know what? He certainly thinks his son is sexy.
Oh,
You remember that shit? Oh,
That
wait,
was-
should I not be saying that?
That was the weirdest thing ever, but I think we want to
Okay, so
avoid
yeah, we
that
can
one.
talk about it then. Yeah, the
Yeah.
fact that he called his son sexy at his funeral. It's
Okay,
like,
let's. That one is definitely a TWFS covered that better than we ever could. That's all I'll say. But back to this article. Kevin Kahn, imagine. Yeah, no, okay, let's keep reading this here. Browser with, there we go. Listen, we only have respect for Phil. We appreciate his run here. We appreciate what he did and tried to do with the UFC. Not many people can actually get in there and do what he did. I could. I'd probably be.
Yeah, I could. What? You're gonna street fighter at some guy with some fisticuffs and immediately get fucking spanked, bro?
Oh,
I can
dude.
do that.
Jamie, pull up that shuffle. Literally, he just came up to him. He just literally went to the back and shuffled the hell right in there. That was
Dude,
unbelievable.
I know. Can you? Yeah, Jamie, can you actually pull that up?
Jamie, unironically, we need to watch this fucking clip.
Yeah,
right
I need
now.
to. It's the first one. It's CM
is.
Punk versus.
I'm gonna go to YouTube here.
No, Mike Jackson was the second one, right?
Oh God, that one was even worse because he was on the take, bro. That guy
Mike
literally
Jackson
took
a
money.
fucking bribe
Yes!
to like stretch the match.
He literally did. He just stood. Yep, he was just there to. Oh, there we are. Front page of YouTube, baby. No, I'm kidding. All right, here we go. CM Punk versus. What's his name? Who was that literal who? Mickey Gall? That's right.
Mickey Gall.
Mickey
yeah,
Gall.
that's the guy.
Yep. Let's take a look
Dude,
here.
and I love the fucking
Incredible.
announcer as he's
Here
like,
we
here
go.
we go.
Quab. Instant quab. That was incredible.
Oh god.
Just for old time's sake, let's take a look
Yeah,
at this.
I want to see this shit,
Yep.
man.
First, we have to sit through an ad from somebody that's not paying us. All right. All right. And then I'm gonna.
Matching, the sound you hear if your employer matches your 401k.
All right. Oh, dude, here we go. I love this. It's about to happen. Dude, look at this. The hype is so big right now. Here we go. From Chicago.
Wait, did they play his entrance music? Like
They did.
music?
They did.
Oh my fucking god. He made a mockery of the wrestling business.
Look at this guy. He knows it's over. This referee is like, yeah, it's done.
Do you think Joe Rogan was laughing when this happened?
No, he was pissed.
Oh, that Punk made a mockery of UFC.
Here we go.
In the wrestling business. I think you mean here we go. Fuck.
Oh, double leg quab! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, he's got it. Punk is fucking his belly button. CM Punk.
Fucking immediately, and I love how he struggles like a little bitch. Like,
Oh my god! Mickey Quab.
like, no, don't hurt me.
Oh
don't
my
hurt
god! He's got him. Oh, CM Punk with a valiant act. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude, he just took so many shots to the head instantly. That was
Dude, I know.
crazy. What the
I
fuck was he
fucking know.
thinking?
Well, I don't know. Why did he walk into the ring that out of shape?
Bro.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what CM Punk's diet's like. Is he a vegetarian?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean,
Because, dude, I'm not gonna lie. You showed me those like Ring of Honor tapes of him from like 04 and shit.
I did.
He looks the same. He's skinny fat. He's got like, dude. Okay.
Remember when Kevin Nash?
I don't mind a little extra. I don't mind a little extra fat on your beef, if you know what I'm saying.
Do you
But,
remember?
like, this guy is skin and bones with a muffin top. Like,
Do you
it's
remember?
not okay.
You remember when Triple H said to him, he's like, "I'm getting ready to get in that ring and beat the shit out of your skinny fat ass." I was laughing my ass off, but it's so true.
It's true. Like, okay, you
Your
know what?
skinny fat ass.
Do you really think? Wait, I have an idea. What if that's his like straight edge gimmick, that like he intentionally makes himself look like shit so he can call out other people for taking juice?
Honestly, I think his 5D neurosis more works to enhance him rather than to make himself look like a bitch. He definitely has martyr complex. That's without a doubt. That's true. but I think he.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have to be when you're that weak and lanky.
Yeah. No, it's true. But
Dude, watch CM Punk's gonna like find this stream and he's gonna comment some like giant thing like, "You guys are fucking immature EVPs," and I was in Mindy's bakery the other day and I saw your stream and God, you couldn't even manage a fucking target.
You couldn't even manage a fucking target. Okay, so.
With a bunch of unprofessional pieces of shit.
Dude, also, I mean, we have to figure out who is friends with Scott Colton, because they may have been the ones, Pete.
Charlie,
Real quick, wait.
Are you friends with fucking Scott Colton?
No, actually, me and him don't see eye to eye. I know we did improv together, but me and Scott haven't really been friends for a long time. Well, it looks like you blew my spot. So, but anyway, Scott Colton is a piece of shit, and I know nobody asked, but I'm going to go on a massive rant on him, unprompted. Okay, but my original point in bringing up Scott Colton is I hope that Scott Colton, first off, is doing well. Secondly, has a big extended family and of at least 72,000 people, because AEW All In has fraudulently claimed to be the greatest, most populated wrestling event in history. And this is the big lie of professional wrestling, Peter. This is the big lie. You tell it to me enough times and people believe it. Not me. Have you heard about this? Oh no. Uh-oh.
Dude. Because, first of all, like...
Uh-oh. Mr. Hardcastle, it appears your Discord is squabbing at the moment. But anyway, look at that. Look at that sexy beast, though, Mr. Hardcastle.
I already gave
What
up
a
my
great time.
Return of his triumphal. Especially when you see the fucking tarps.
Yo, Pete.
In the stadium too.
Real quick.
Yeah.
You did, unfortunately, your Discord did glitch out a little bit there, but I have to say, it glitched out at probably the most sexy moment possible. You had like the most epic cinematic stare off. That was pretty sweet. But anyway, the turnstile count.
No one understands me.
Nobody understands me. So let's take a look here. Wow,
dude,
this shit got crazy.
Look at the picture.
WrestleNomics has reported I can't believe this. They actually filed a Freedom of Information request. That's like some, it seems like common sense.
The Freedom of Information Act is an American law.
I know. I
British law.
would think it didn't apply to Britbongs, but maybe they went through the British offices and the British channels. It does say, however, that the FOI office for Brent Civic Center, they did say, quote, "Oi, the actual numbers registering entering Wembley Stadium through the turnstiles was 72K, 72,265. This is reflective of what happened on the night and not the total number of the tickets sold on those shows, etc." So it does say...
Oi, mate, you got a license for them numbers there, chav?
Dude, seriously. Although I would not put it past Britain, our worst ancestors. I would not put it past them to attend an event as shitty as All In was. All In was terrible.
You want to know what Julius Caesar said about the Britons when he first visited the island after his conquest of Gaul? Julius Caesar said,
"That's not going to work for me, brother."
Well, his exact quote, I believe, was, "The Britons are the most stupid people I think I've ever encountered in my life."
So this report...
It's been 2,000 years.
No, nothing in the slightest has changed in that regard.
You gotta get a license to call someone stupid, there, mate. You make it offensive posts on the Facebook.
Oi, he said idiot on the telly. Get him out of here. Arrest him. Mods, we're gonna go ahead and ban him. It
Why
says
you watch the telly without your license, mate?
the outlet reports that the turnstile count or drop count of a typical AEW event is about 80 to 90% of the paid attendance. AEW announced the paid attendance for All In was at 81,035. While WrestleTix estimated the final count of tickets distributed to be 83,000. It says the Arlington Police of Texas. Okay, for WrestleMania 32, they said it was legit 80,000, even though WWE did try to claim it was like 101,000. So AEW.
Wait. So why are we criticizing AEW if
I'm not.
each had to do the same thing?
Well, that's because, to be honest,
It's
Pete,
because it's funny.
our wrestling as e-chads is better. No, I'm kidding. No, everybody does the same thing. It's a carny business for sure, but
Well, look, at least you know what, WWE wrestling might not be better, but at least when I watch SmackDown, I don't have to suffer through an entire Orange Cassidy match.
oh my God. Okay, little quick story detour here. Me and Pete attended. We both
It was
the
the
premiere.
Dynamite that he was at.
Yep, we attended both the premiere episode of Collision in the United Center. That would have been June 17th. And secondly, the Dynamite, I believe a week later. That was on Wednesday.
And I wanted to tape Rampage afterwards, but I just couldn't fucking take it.
Oh my God. And then so when we went to Collision, that shit was packed. I mean, I don't like CM Punk. Clearly, we both don't. But
we were outnumbered.
We were very outnumbered. But I greatly enjoyed the atmosphere. Plus, the card was stacked with some pretty great matches, and it was overall just a great show in general. I gave them their props. But dude, Dynamite, holy shit! We literally watched, what was it? Daniel Garcia, Orange Cassidy, and a few others essentially just hump each other in the ring for about 10 minutes. That was horrible.
Oh my God, they literally, for 10 straight minutes, it was rest holds and them like doing that Daniel Garcia dance where he puts his hands behind his head and he
tries
fucking
to
gyrates his pelvis. And like they started doing that to each other and like grinding their cocks together. I swear to God.
It was bizarre.
Are you allowed to say that word on YouTube?
Cock?
Yeah. Apparently so.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I am in the process.
Have you been banned? No.
Mods, go ahead and ban him. He said cock. Mods, somebody get the fucking mods in here. But no, regardless if it is allowed or not, I am trying to set up some alternate streams so we can maybe go on Rumble as well as D Live in the coming months. So look out for that.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to say cock, penis, and a lot of other things. So.
Oh, we'll be able to say a lot more things than that. Believe you me.
Yeah. Believe you me.
Yep. Okay. Daniel Garcia and Orange Cassidy basically like did the like wimpy little toe kick thing to each other for like 5 minutes and like humped each other in the corner and like we're doing like rest holds and like the twist around fucking thing. And what's funny is that me and Charlie got laughs from the entire audience because this thing was ice cold. Like literally, it was silent. Every time one of them like jumped and hit back down on the mat, like it fucking reverberated.
Dude, this
like people
was
were going to get like this was the like, you know, okay. Normally the women's match is the one where you go and like get a drink and go to the bathroom, but like the women's matches were more entertaining. Orange Cassidy was the one where you go get a fucking drink and go to the bathroom. So eventually they're doing rest holds for about 10 minutes, like humping each other and doing all whatever else. And Chuck yells as loud as he can. He goes, "Do a move already!"
Do a move!
He starts fucking laughing.
Everybody starts laughing, bro. Oh my goodness.
And then some Mark, like a couple seats down, was like, "Dude, shut the fuck up and just watch the show." And
hey, just eat the slop. Come on. Yeah, that guy was very mad. Very pissed off.
I will admit, at Collision, I did eat some slop. Jonathan bought me a pizza. Bought me a personal Giordano's deep dish. Very good, if I might add.
See, but that's debatable if that's even slop, though, because...
Well, it probably has soy in it. Let's be
Oh,
real here.
yeah.
Soy and seed oils.
That stuff
that
is loaded.
qualifies it as slop.
That stuff is loaded with seed oils. I agree. So with that being said, we move on
He
to
doesn't
our.
want to talk about my dietary restrictions.
What are you talking about? I follow very similar ones. All right, here we go. AEW Dynamite on September 13th, so 2 days ago, draws one of the smallest crowds in show's history.
Okay,
According,
how short was it?
it appears 2,667.
Dude.
Wow.
4,700 out of 1,700 or no, 4,700 out of 17,500 seats.
Ice Cold Federation. Holy shit.
That is ice cold. That kind of sounds like the Dynamite we went to.
That is. Wow, that one. I mean, this is Tarp City. Holy shit. It says, oh, this is from No DQ.
Why would you, okay, realistically, why would you, with like all the Ticketmaster fees and stuff like that, why would you pay over $100 to watch Chris Jericho's midlife crisis live on air? Why?
Because you can say that you attended his midlife crisis in real time. But other than that,
that's fair. What I did like about Dynamite was I got to do the it's Sting when he came out.
Oh my god.
I liked that.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started on Tony.
Charlie, you love Tony Schiavone. Tell me more.
I hate Tony Schiavone. Okay, all my friends, all my homies hate Tony Schiavone. Okay,
I don't hate Tony Schiavone. I thought he had a sick mullet back in the day.
You're not my homie anymore, then. Tony Schiavone.
Your homie, my mullet.
Let me tell you. Oh, okay. Well, that is a sick mullet. In fact, let me give it. Let's do a wide shot. Take that off. There you go. Very Hangman Adam Page pilled. You have like more tea than Hangman, but it is Hangman Adam Page build. All right. So what I hate about Tony Schiavone is this guy very clearly despises the world of professional wrestling. Oh, hey guys! It's CM Punk versus Jon Moxley. Let me tell you a story. In September of 2022, right, when CM Punk came back briefly to get squashed by
fucking Mindy's Bakery,
by Jon Moxley, right? He has this match where it was the title unification or some shit like that. How many fucking unifications are we gonna have in AEW? But regardless, they were having a
world title,
real world's champion. Yeah, so basically it was that very famous squash match where he just ends up, Mox hits him with like two of his finishers and wins, and that set up All Out. Right before that match happens, Tony Schiavone, this motherfucker, realizing that he wanted to be anywhere else than there, goes, hey, this is Mox versus Punk. Big fight feel. This is big time, guys. This is like Game 7 of the World Series. Fuck off.
Oh my God, he really brought baseball into it.
Yeah, you know he did, because he would rather be anywhere else than there. Although to be fair, I gotta stop shitting on him, because imagine working for AEW right now. Imagine how difficult that has to be. I'm sorry, Mr. Schiavone. Forgive me, please.
You know what? Real talk. I think that it is worse a little bit because there's a bit of a vacuum right now, but it's going to improve. Hear me out here.
Yep.
Right? When you're in an organization, a company, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the business and day-to-day operations revolve around one person that's not necessarily the boss, but he's kind of like a surrogate boss.
Mm-hmm.
And then that surrogate boss quabs himself and gets into a fight, attacks the boss, and gets fucking fired. Like, we can talk about that later.
Yep.
There's a bit of a, oh shit, like, wait, all the eyes are on the rest of us employees now? Like, what do we do? I guess, I guess we can do our job unimpeded by this goober who's trying to take credit for everything we did. And they're going to be a little lost for now, but it's going to improve dramatically in the coming months. I really do think that. Because
I agree.
The atmosphere will be better.
I agree.
You'll be walking on eggshells. Like, you know what? CM Punk, working with CM Punk is like having a girlfriend with borderline. Like, if you like don't call her pretty within the first 5 minutes of you
It's
like
over.
encountering her, and you don't say it in the right way, like she'll fucking beat you.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Which CM Punk's done that before.
yeah, CM Punk. Honestly, how many battered girlfriends are there in the roster over there at AEW?
Yeah.
But I
You
will
hit
say,
my dog when you open the door. I'm in his bakery.
okay, you know what? That was my favorite. Remember when CM Punk tried to cope after the All Out incident? When he said, "Oh my God," through his, his Nick Hausman, that fucking puppet. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. But he was using his people from the media, and he says, remember the story? It's like Kenny Omega kicked the door open and it hit Larry in the teeth, and we had to get a surgery to remove him. Like, that dog's teeth were fucked to begin with. Don't you sit there and try to tell me that Kenny Omega, Cat Chad Kenny Omega, who saved your dog and got bit by Ace Steel, was the one who was at fault there. Okay?
Let me tell you this right now. Little shit dogs like Larry
Larry.
No, seriously, they have like teeth problems. I had a little shit dog like Larry when I was growing up, and God rest his pure soul.
Beautiful
he lived
soul.
till he was 18 years old. He was a very good boy.
Yep.
But by the time he was like 11 or 12, that motherfucker had like 4 teeth left.
Based
Dude,
Maxwell.
we had to pour water all over his food, and we had to fucking like feed him like shredded chicken and shit. Like,
Poor guy.
whatever. You know, he had a good quality of life, I would say, up until like the last.
Max was a beautiful young man. 18 years
Max
old.
Went out. Yes, Max went out in the best way possible. He rode it till the wheels fell off. He had like multiple organ failures going on when we just had to put him down because at that point, like, fuck, he's, you're kind of done. But that's on the flip side. That means he lived as long of a life as he actually absolutely possibly could have. It's like when dogs die like cancer and stuff like that, like their lifespan's being like shortened like dramatically. But when a dog dies of organ failure, like they fucking rode their body until it couldn't go no more,
Max, in many regards, Max pulled his creative control clause over death itself. Unfortunately, death does go over one day, but that's when we go to the everlasting kingdom. But in the chat, real quick, it looks
what do we got in the chat?
like our boy Francesco Imperiale has commented.
Yes, Francesco.
Hey guys, great work so far. God love you, Fran. Best
Thanks, Francesco.
motherfucker ever. I'm gonna pin that message. I'm gonna pin that one.
You know what me and Francesco do every time that we see each other in the gym?
What's that?
We go bench press and we scream like LA Knight every time we're done with the set.
Dude.
Like we'll be pushing that shit out, and as soon as we get that bitch up there, re-rack it, we get up, go, yeah.
Hit him with a yeah. Seriously.
Hit him with
Good shit.
Hey, won't everybody say it? LA Knight.
Yeah. Dude, holy based. Okay, so, speaking of AEW's possible revival, because I do actually agree with you. I think that despite all the shit posting that we do, AEW, I do want to exist. I don't want it to go away because I realize that wrestling does work better when there are multiple promotions. Even if one of them happens to be the Reddit work rate shit or containment zone, it can evolve to be more than that. And I think our guy, Bryan Danielson, might be the one to do it. As I take you here to an article from
Bryan Danielson doing the Terry Funk retirement plan, so I've heard.
That is true, but I think Bryan Danielson will have a similar impact to Mr. Funk. It says here from Sports Illustrated, Bryan Danielson details his future. Terry Funk is someone I've always admired. He retired a million times, but he loved it so much he couldn't help but keep doing it. All right, take us through this, Pete. He wrestled with a broken arm at All Out against our guy, Ricky Starks.
Okay, I'm literally quoting this from him. Bryan Danielson on wrestling with a broken arm. I think I had more fun because of it. That's the most Terry Funk shit I've ever fucking heard.
Not only
Jesus
is it
Christ.
the most Terry Funk shit I've ever heard, but I'm sorry, and I know me and you were talking about this a little bit off air, Pete, but it is true. Bryan Danielson is everything CM Punk like LARPs as. Everything CM Punk wants to pretend that he is, right? The king of the indies, the guy, the work rate king who changed the whole industry. That's Bryan Danielson. I got to be honest.
Yeah, okay. Honestly, like, I seriously do think Bryan Danielson was the first guy that like walked into the WWE from the indies, and Vince McMahon like put him over because Danielson worked so hard. He convinced Vince, alliteration, but he convinced that
pronouns, pal.
He convinced him that like indie wrestlers aren't always jokes. Okay, and they can be like dimes incarnate, which Danielson was. Because you know what? I always say this about LA Knight, right? LA Knight managed to turn the word "yeah" into like a dimes catchphrase. Bryan Danielson did the same thing before him with "yes."
Yes, that's simple.
I rest my case.
Quite literally that simple. Bryan Danielson really was.
How can you make the word "yes" dimes?
Because
Danielson fucking did it.
Exactly. And you know, the thing about Danielson too, he is the anti-CM Punk, right? They have a similar background in terms of traveling the world, in terms of being in every promotion possible. But if you notice, there is rarely anyone who has anything negative to say about Bryan Danielson. He came to Ring of Honor, right? Around 2000, would that have been 2? Yeah, he was like one of the first main acts they had for years. And I know that nowadays Ring of Honor is largely irrelevant. I mean, it's Tony's developmental shitter containment zone, which is so sad.
They don't even have a TV deal. They're on YouTube.
See, this is what I think. Why is this?
I bet you we could make a better YouTube promotion.
Legitimately. Well, but this is the thing. Why isn't Collision, and I remember I talked to you this a while ago, why isn't Collision ROH Collision? Why is the real world's champion, not just CM Punk, taking the Ring of Honor belt and spray painting it with the axe and doing the same thing? I don't understand.
Well, because first of all, CM Punk wanted to do like a discount NWO thing. It was pretty obvious. Like he literally, dude, you remember when the first Collision we went to, he was like doing fucking atomic leg drops on people, and then he sprays an X across the real world championship.
Ugh.
Like, come on. You're not fucking Hulk Hogan. You're literally skinny fat. Shut the fuck up. Like, you don't have 20. You know what? If CM Punk has 24-inch pythons, I'm the fucking queen of England. All right.
Well, the Queen of England is a big fan of CM Punk. Oi, get the mods in here. We're gonna ban you.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Hulk Hogan probably would say, "Yeah, I've met the Queen several times. Big fan."
Well, Hulk Hogan also was on the roster to shortlist to join Metallica. So.
Lars Ulrich is his best friend. Also, he got Simon Cowell his green card.
That's
you
right.
Remember that? Because Simon Cowell produced the Hulk Hogan Wrestling Boot Band album.
How much do you want to bet, Pete? In 6 months' time, Hulk Hogan will say on a radio show, whoever asks him, whoever grants him airtime, he's going to go up to him and he goes, you know, Tony Khan, brother, he came to me and he says, Terry, we got a CM Punk problem. What do we do? What do I do, man? We've tried everything. We've put this guy in his own show. I listened to your advice and I let him do the NWO angle where he did the X, but nothing's working, man. What do I do? And so I told Tony, I said, hey, dude, what you got to do? Looks like you've had your fill of Phil. Release him. And then the very next day, God is my witness, CM Punk got fired.
And everyone
clapped. Dude, I give it 6 months. Give it 6 months and Hulk Hogan will have an elaborate narrative. I guarantee you.
Dude, honestly, you want to know what?
Yes.
I'll bet you that Hulk Hogan was just jealous that CM Punk got to wrestle at Wembley.
That's right, because another Hulkster.
The world just lost.
Another Hulkster. With a little Casio. Yep. Get that Castlevania theme song in there real quick. Oh, man. Okay.
Dude, yeah. Brother, he slammed Andre the Giant at Wembley in '92 at SummerSlam and shredded every muscle in his back and had to go to rehab.
Wasn't Andre like bedridden by that point? Like he could barely fucking move. I don't understand.
Every single Hulk Hogan story revolves around him slamming Andre the Giant in different locations.
Dude, literally the final red pill in professional wrestling and being a fan of professional wrestling is realizing that Hulk Hogan is a lying bastard heel. He's an IRL heel. That's a shame.
Well, dude, have you heard the one where he says, "Yeah, brother, I slammed Andre the Giant. 6 days later, he dropped dead."
Dropped dead. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Actually, that was 6 years, but nice. You misremembered it again.
And I love the fact that he puts over his finish so hard that it ended Andre's life. It was over. It was like it was literally a cardiac arrest causer. So back to Bryan Danielson.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we were talking about Bryan Danielson, the Hulk Hogan of the Indies.
I don't agree. He's a far better man than Terry Bollea. Okay.
The Macho Man of the Indies.
You know, I could get behind that. CM Punk's the Hogan of the Indies. Yeah. CM Punk very much is the Hogan.
CM Punk's definitely the Hogan LARPer of AEW.
Oh, yeah. Well, what is AEW but the Indies? All right. Yeah, so basically, it appears that, according to all of this article here, Ricky Stark, sorry, let's go back here. As you process the potential of a surprise appearance from Danielson on a weekly indie show, he addressed how Punk's departure. Oh, shit, he talked about Punk. Here we go.
He didn't have anything exceedingly bad to say about him. It was more like, it's the way you talk about a former colleague that got fired in disgrace without talking shit, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, Danielson's never really been petty like Punk was, so he says, quote, "In any job, when you lose somebody who's very important, you lose someone you like working with. That's hard. But we keep doing the job. Anytime there's loss, controversy, or struggle inside of an organization, it's a chance to bring people closer. It's also a chance to divide people. So you have this thing where you can use struggle to make your life worse, or you can use struggle to make your life better." That's a pretty base statement. When I lost my father, I came out on the backside. I was worse, struggling with my depression, but I came out of it better. So how you approach something and how you learn from something, that is what makes the difference. Dude, is this guy like the most base dude in all of professional wrestling?
Dude, yeah, literally, bro, like Confucius say, motherfucker.
Oh, dude, he took the stoic pill for sure. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, I think Danielson's mindset right there does kind of speak to the fact that you were mentioning earlier about AEW and a possible revival of some kind. I think he could be the one to lead the charge of that. There's already been lots of rumors. There's been those rumors that he was pretty intimately involved in Collision's just overall booking and its approach. And so
he already booked to the WWE.
That's right. He was briefly for a while. He sat in on creative for SmackDown. I think that would have been 2019. But the point being, I do think Danielson is uniquely qualified to sort of lead that revival. And I think that Bryan Danielson could be what Tony Khan needs in terms of like, I don't need a friend, I need a leader.
Yeah, honestly, like Danielson, I feel like is like a consummate professional, and ultimately, he has all the tools needed to do anything. Like he's the guy that has everything in his fucking wheelhouse. He's the kind of guy when you're working on your car, you call up, you're like, "Hey, do you have this random obscure tool?" "Yeah, I got it. Come on over."
Damn right I do.
Like, dude, yeah, literally. That's what Danielson is to the wrestling world. You know? Oh shit, you want to know what he's like? He's like, you know who Bill Russell is?
Vaguely. Fill me in.
Bill Russell, yeah, basketball player for the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
The thing is, what was unique about him, not only was he a phenomenal basketball player that led the Celtics to, like, what, like fucking like 10 championships?
Something crazy.
I actually want to look this up. Bill Russell, 11 NBA championships in his 13-year career, right?
Yep.
What was unique about Bill Russell is that he was not only playing on the team, he was also the coach. And he did both. He was literally the coach of the Celtics and they're one of their star players.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is with wrestling.
That's what Bryan Danielson is to the wrestling.
Oh, totally. And it's funny. It's even funnier, too, when you think about it, because as we've seen with AEW, this, like, double dip of The Office and in-ring talent with, like, the Elite, and, I mean, that whole thing blew up with CM Punk. And their talents on the show, the Elite, I mean, they were trios champions at the time of Brawl Out last year. And that destroyed a lot of their plans. And the point being, ego and professional wrestling, since they are interdependent on each other, normally talent being in the office and then being on screen has been a huge issue. But Danielson might be that exception. I don't know, especially
Danielson has the necessary humility. We all know how it went with Hulk Hogan's creative control clause. Like, oh, sorry, it's not going to work for me, brother.
I know.
Like,
when is Danielson?
I have a feeling like that's not going to work for me, brother. Is literally never come out of Bryan's mouth.
No, I mean, the guy literally lost in 18 seconds at WrestleMania, and he got Giga over as a result. In fact, I think one of the main reasons Bryan Danielson won over Vince McMahon as Daniel Bryan is because you have to think at some point that Vince McMahon, around the time Bryan Danielson started, right, 1999, what was the American independent scene? Heroes of Wrestling?
Oh, God.
And so with that being said, with a situation like that, with an indie scene as dire as that, you have an alcoholic Jake the Snake, alcoholic among other things, Jake the Snake Roberts, and a couple of twink undercarders that are there to make the legends look good. So if that's Vince's last real understanding of the indie scene, here comes Bryan Danielson after this ROH revival that very clearly Vince did not see. Anything beyond ridiculous hardcores like myself noticed. And here comes Bryan Danielson, and yeah, all right, kid, I don't really know what to do with you. You don't even fucking eat meat. But how about we do a romantic angle with the Bellas? All right, yeah, sure, boss. Does that, becomes United States champion, becomes increasingly popular, literally gives him money in the bank, becomes an extremely obnoxious heel for SmackDown. Everything Vince gave him, he knocked out of the park. And so at some point, Vince McMahon did have to sit there and be like, well, goddamn it, pal. I thought you all were self-important shitters who couldn't draw a dime. What is this guy doing? He's drawing dimes for me.
Yeah, and honestly, if you ever heard the story about the time that Paul Heyman did a huge shoot on Vince after ECW folded, and like I think Heyman said that he warned him several times that he was gonna like be completely fucking merciless in the shoot, and Vince went, "I don't care, draw me money,
draw me money." Exactly.
Dude, that's literally peak Vince right there. I don't care, kid.
See,
draw me money.
We seriously do need more what I like to call Vince autism. We need more creative
Vince
types.
McMahon is autistic in my head.
Are you kidding? Headcanon? It's exceedingly obvious. Being on the spectrum myself, it's quite obvious. You can sense this in other people. He sits there, right? He has very specific rituals, Pete. Very specific. You can't give him anything other than a steak wrap with ketchup. Do you understand? This is critical to his morning routine. And so if you give him that in a Cliff Bar, he'll book SmackDown in 10 minutes. All right? He'll book 6 months of programming in 10 minutes. But my point with saying Vince autism is it was a very similar phenomenon with like George Lucas, right? You have some guy who is a creative visionary, and he requires a great amount of autonomy over his product. But it's just that. It's the product that matters. It's not his ego, because, you know, Vince and his grapefruits are quite large. But how many times have we heard that Vince McMahon did not agree with something, or he did not see what somebody wanted, but he gave it a shot. Like a Paul Heyman, like anybody. You name anyone. Matt Hardy, the broken Matt Hardy stuff. It didn't, he has...
The Hardy Boys were what, like, turned Vince back on to tag team wrestling, I think.
Oh, my God. Yeah, him, Edge, the Dudleys, Christian, everybody. And basically, my point is to say, the world needs, the corporate entertainment world needs far more Vince autism than it has right now. Because what's our alternative, right? Bob Iger? Freaking psychopaths that are
I'm gonna buy every company in existence so you can't criticize me anymore. Bob Iger, are we talking about the same motherfucker?
We are. We're talking about the soulless owner of Disney, Lucasfilm, Marvel, all that. And I will say, never once has Vince McMahon orchestrated a corporate coup on a man who was supposed to be his successor over a shower, an executive shower. So I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, fair. I mean, we're talking about the same guy, correct, who says that supposedly he's fiscally responsible and he's going to bring Disney into a new era of superior quality content, but all he did was buy other properties, ruin them, and take my Disney stock straight down the toilet bowl express. I actually think it's on its last circle before it goes all the way down the fucking hole.
Drain. Peter,
yeah.
You know what? I give Bob Iger his hatred, which he deserves, but my man, you lost that money years ago. It doesn't matter if you sell. Oh, I haven't sold it.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Okay.
You don't lose money if you don't sell it.
You know what? Bullshit.
I still own shares of Disney.
Bullshit.
It doesn't matter how much it costs. I am a shareholder in the Disney Corporation.
You're right. And you're however many shares down the toilet. You're circling the drain.
If it drops to 1 cent a share, I'm gonna Gordon Gecko that bitch and corporate raid the fuck out of Disney. You got me?
You are circling the drain with Bob Iger. You are aiding and abetting this man. All right?
Okay, look. What do you think I am? Do you think I'm a manatee, or do you think I'm a fucking shark? I'm a shark. I don't sell because when you sell, you lose. Because when you sell, you're running away like a little bitch. And I'm no bitch. And I'm going to buy as much Disney as it takes until I become the CEO of fucking Mickey Mouse House and everything else in Ready Creek, motherfucker.
Ready Creek! That's the other thing. Ready Creek was a fraudulent property purchase, and your fucking money helped Bob Iger pull off that con. I don't want to hear it. It's over. Disney bag holders, sell.
If you don't shut the fuck up, I will call the Florida National Guard on your ass. I swear to holy Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior.
Mods! Somebody get the mods in here. We gotta get the Florida mods in here.
Wait, are there actually YouTube mods? No, please. What? No. Are there?
No.
Oh.
Not that I'm aware of.
That actually would have been entertaining. You get all of a sudden you get a message in the chat just like, you need to stop yelling.
You need to understand that your divisive rhetoric on our corporate overlords, I'm sorry, strong, diverse constituents over at Disney is greatly offensive. So you need to tone that down, Chud.
Would you be able to sleep tonight if all of a sudden we got a message in the chat that said, Mr. Iger does not take kindly to slander?
That would be like that scene in Eyes Wide Shut, right? Where he comes up with him,
God.
And he's got Tom Cruise goes up to the gates, and that one Rothschild-looking lizard motherfucker goes up to him, and he gives him the little slip there, and it says, "This is your final warning." I would definitely be terrified if Bob Iger was monitoring YouTube chats. All right, so back to professional wrestling.
Okay, yeah, true. Okay, speaking of wrestling, that was a work. That was not a shoot. Bro.
That is a work.
Don't work yourself into a shoot. Can I read the Hulk Hogan tweet?
Bring it up for us. Yeah.
All right. I'm pulling it up here. Unfortunately, you're the Jamie of the fucking stream.
I know.
I'll read it from mine.
I got you. I'll
read it in Hulk Hogan's voice.
Brother. Oh, brother.
Not gonna work for me. Creative control, Metallica.
Metallica, Vince Russo. No, I'm pulling it up. I got
Good
it.
night, Hulkamaniacs.
I'm gonna try to pull it
Brony
up.
Marks, not a life. Don't know it at work. When you work a work, you work yourself into a shoot, Marks.
Marks, Jabroni Marks. Oh man.
Dude, I thought the Iron Sheik only called people jabronis.
Oh, I think, dude, is that another Rock cultural theft? Did he steal another thing?
Yeah. Dude,
He
the
stole
Iron
that from-
Sheik said it before Rock did.
See, okay. I guess you know what, Pete? It's not on the sheet, but we got to start talking about the fucking Rock. What was tonight?
Oh my god.
What was tonight?
Okay, so Pat McAfee is talking shit to Austin Theory, and Austin Theory is like, "Duh, you look flabby in your shirt."
Proceeding to be the most dimeless mid-carder in history, Austin Theory. But
why,
continue.
dude? Why is he pushed? Like, okay,
I don't understand
You
it.
know what?
I don't
You know
get
what?
it.
He would have been a better fit for the World Bodybuilding Federation. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Get some Myco Pro and get over.
Like,
Learn a new
at the
fucking
risk-
hold.
At the risk of appearing to be one of the pronouns, should I say, I do think Austin Theory has a magnificent body, but he's so dimeless it doesn't fucking matter. All right, it's like it's like the Ultimate
repellent.
Warrior if he wasn't dimes. Like, he has the body, but like he doesn't have the fucking Ultimate Warrior mic chops. Even if the Ultimate Warrior does nothing but scream incoherently,
Austin
at least
Theory.
it's interesting.
Austin Theory can give you 2 promos. Okay. Pro number 1. Man, I'm young. Man, I'm hot. Man, I'm the future.
Yep.
That's promo number 1. Pro number 2. You don't want to mess with the A-Town down. Looks at the camera, does this little thing. I don't get it. I will be honest. I liked him for a while. Like, I remember when he failed his Money in the Bank contract cash-in, right? I remember he fails that. And then he, like, kind of briefly got a clue. He had he grew a beard. It was, like, right up to the lead up to Cena. But then John Cena, man, he fucking ethered him. He was right. You win at WrestleMania, and you lose everything. And he was right. Austin Theory has never been less over. And he beat John Cena at WrestleMania, Pete.
Yeah, well, I mean, the match was great. The match was awesome. It was great wrestling. But, like, I don't give a fuck about Austin Theory. I'm sorry. Like,
I know.
Oh, no. Austin Theory holds the U.S. Championship. And he's like, ha, look at me. I'm a jackass. Like, that's not a character.
And so, with this in mind, Pete, Austin Theory is sitting there, jacking his jaw with Pat McAfee, and who comes out but the guy that killed the Snyderverse, The Rock.
The Rock, exactly. You know what? Now that Theory's done feuding with Cena, I'll bet you they're gonna throw The Rock and fucking feud with Austin Theory because
no.
Let's be honest here.
Pete.
The Rock's got no acting work coming. Like. Dude, I don't know if he's probably not hard up for money,
Peter,
really, but like,
The Rock,
he's doing nothing else.
The Rock and acting don't really go in the same sense, but regardless.
The Rock just plays The Rock in everything.
We both know damn well the reason The Rock is back. Hey, Vince.
Black Adam.
Hey, Triple H. Black Adam didn't do so well. You want to get that Cody guy out of there? How about me and my cousin have a shitty WrestleMania main event that my cousin doesn't need, but I desperately do?
No.
That's
no.
what it is.
They are never going to book The Rock in the main
He'll win the
event.
Rumble. He will win the Rumble. I know it.
No.
I just know it. This is a planned change scenario. I'm telling you, I agree. Under Triple H and Vince McMahon, this would not have happened. This would not have happened because we had a long-term vision. But you know who owns WWE now and TKO Holdings? I'm sorry. Good old Rahm Emanuel's brother, Ari.
That's
Changed my
fine
mind.
and dandy.
Changed my mind.
You're literally, you know what? You sound like you've seen the movie Wayne's World one time, and that's what you're basing it
I've
off of.
seen George Lucas get killed by Bob Iger. That's what I've seen. But continue.
Okay. That's because Disney is like the propaganda arm of the U.S. government, not because they're like stupid. They know exactly what they're doing. Whereas the UFC has no bone to pick with Dwayne Johnson, and furthermore, they know just how much of like a nuclear grade cancer Dwayne Johnson is in Hollywood right now, and so they won't want to touch him with a 10-foot fucking pole. I'm sure he's literally there because Vince and Triple H did him a favor. Seriously.
Holy crap. Yeah, seriously. This guy...
They're doing him a favor. Like, hey, guys, the acting gigs aren't going along so good. And, you got that whole, like, Screen Actors Guild strike or whatever the hell is going on out there. And, you got something for me? And I bet you Vince was like, all right, Dwayne, fine. How about a U.S. title run against Austin Theory?
Seriously. I mean,
I bet you that's what it was. And yes, he will get involved with the bloodline stuff, but there's no way they're putting him anywhere near the main event. You want to know what?
For the sake of the company.
I'll bet you that he like maybe has a little feud with Cody to put Cody over.
The Rock?
Yes.
Willingly losing?
John Cena's there to put people over.
Okay, Big Match John is not Dwayne Eddy, okay? Big Match John, legitimately, and you know what? I'm going to sound like a mark. I really am. But it is true. John Cena, I believe, does love professional wrestling. The Rock tolerates professional wrestling. And you know this. You know this to be true, Pete.
Yeah, that's true. He bailed for Hollywood as soon as he
got the chance. As soon as Dwayne got the chance. And I don't care. Like, if you don't love it, don't be there. That's fine. I got no issue. But The Rock carried his kind of carny attitude with him to Hollywood. And for a while it worked. For a while, he had to go over Vin Diesel, right? He had to go over, for God's sake, he tried to go over the DC Extended Universe, but we all know what happened there.
Why would he post, like, confidential box office receipts?
Because The Rock literally could not stand losing. Think about that. We saw it together. Black Adam, yeah. I actually didn't hate it. I thought it was a fine movie.
I thought it was great. Like, a fucking ancient Babylonian... like thunder god like goes over on Satan himself. Like, it's kind of fucking base.
It was a base film, but at the same time, the aftershock of it and the fact that it didn't do so well, The Rock's reaction really told you everything, right? Remember he tried to big league. I remember the reports at the time. I remember he was being lined up for WrestleMania 39. In fact, he just said it today. He just mentioned how he was supposed to go to have a match with Roman at WrestleMania 39. But I guarantee you, for a while, he tried to pull his little, I don't know, man. Maybe we can find a different way to do this. And Jey Uso and a tag team. And Vince and Triple H had to just be like, get the fuck out of here. Who are you? You're just this Hollywood guy.
I'm sorry, but that never happened, okay? The Rock getting offered or having talks or whatever to wrestle Roman Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania 39. It's just like the time that Lars Ulrich offered Hulk Hogan the position of bassist in Metallica.
Normally, I would agree.
Come on.
Normally, I would agree. However, I remember the wrestling media reporting on it at the time. Oh, the wrestling media has been known for their accuracy, right? Yeah, but regardless, we have video.
Oh, we
have
sheet said.
Yeah. Oh, you don't understand. You don't understand. Dave Meltzer said it. Oh, But I will say we have video.
Dave Meltzer gives Orange Cassidy like 5 stars, doesn't he? Hasn't he given Orange Cassidy a 5-star match before?
No, he's not. So let's lay off Big Daddy Dave.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry.
Big Uncle Dave, that guy's the man. I mean, he's got weird tastes, but I appreciate his autism. That guy literally will write like a 4,000-word essay on like Daniel Garcia versus Orange Cassidy. I have to respect that.
Yeah,
his cringe tolerance is unreal.
Well, I'll say this. He had a good point about wrestling. People were talking shit about him for giving everything in AEW 5 stars and like all that stuff. And granted, like we all know he likes the Flipperino type stuff. He's a big fan. Big fan. He had a good point that nowadays wrestlers are more in shape, faster, more skilled, less injured. They go for longer. They're like healthy for more portion of their life. Like they have longer careers, like everything. Like overall, don't get me wrong, bro. I fucking loved the Attitude Era, but like, dude, wrestling's just better objectively now. Like the wrestling is better. Okay,
in ring? I agree.
Yeah,
Okay, wait.
We're fucking dimes and
wait a minute.
No one's gonna throw Mankind off of Hell in the Cell. Billy Gunn's never gonna threaten to jerk a nut in Shawn Michaels' ass ever again.
But that's why it sucks. That's why wrestling now is so. No, I'm kidding. But I agree. From an in-ring point of view,
it's phenomenal.
From an in-ring point of view, I do not miss A-Train versus Road Dogg in a 3-minute squash for the European title. I give you that. But
European title.
That literally was the 24/7 title, and I'm tired of pretending it wasn't.
Yeah.
But we do have video, Peter, of The Rock's return as he dishes out the people's elbow to Austin Theory. So let's give it a whirl, and I'll stop for commentary. First off, look at this fucking dudes. That expression on The Rock is just sad. He's got the sunglasses on.
Why does he look disappointed?
Grim. He realizes it's over.
Oh fuck, I'm back here.
I'm back. Ugh, I gotta talk to this jobber. All right, here we go. Oh my God, by the way, talk about a size mogging. Austin Theory's tiny in that.
He's not tiny, he's just cut. He's got big shoulders and arms, that's for sure. Like he's got Austin Theory's got a bit of a residual basketball player build, you know?
I know, but he's got that like Amazon silver chain. All right, let's lay out. Here we go. Seems to draw heat though.
It's been a long time, Rock. A long time. But let me go ahead and tell you.
Shut your bitch ass up.
You know what? The Rock says that, but none of the conviction of his delivery. Remember that? Remember how he used to have such vigor? The crowd pops, but I don't know why. Why do we still care? Why do we want this? Why are we... Pete, what's your read of the situation?
Dude, okay. The Rock is... He's got to be almost 50 years old. How old is The Rock?
51.
He's over 50?
Yep. He's 51.
Brother, I bet you that The Rock wants one last run. He wants to make one last shot at some fucking dimes before his body can't take it anymore. Because I don't know if I should accuse The Rock of being on steroids on the stream or not. But like,
for legal reasons, The Rock is natty.
I guess The Rock's fucking natty. But with that being said, the guy is autistic about his body, but that can only take you so far after you start getting a little bit older. And as it seems, your 50s is when you truly stop being able to wrestle for most people. And I think that Dwayne maybe has some regrets about going to Hollywood a little too early and leaving the WWE back in like 2012 he left for the second time.
Yeah, 13 probably. I think
2013 for the second time.
Because he did have I bet you he has some regrets about that. Like
shit, man, like, oh, I could have wrestled such and such and such and such, but oh god, instead I made San Andreas. All right.
See, I'm gonna
I
disagree
bet
with you on this
he's
point.
reminiscing a little bit, and despite him only really wanting to use wrestling as a springboard, I think that he's a little bitter that he didn't get all the dimes he thinks that he can get out of it. And I think he's back to get one last shot at the dime draw.
But see, okay, twofold, right? Number one, I think The Rock probably thinks San Andreas was the greatest shit of 2015. Okay, so that's number one. I don't think The Rock thinks introspectively like that. I think he thinks as far as, I'm the fucking Rock. God, I mean, look at this. Look at these fucking arms, Pete. You know, you hated San Andreas, but you take a look at these arms, all right? Look at these box office seats and these fucking arms. That's probably what he does. That's how he thinks.
I mean,
okay?
The man claims he eats like 8 pounds of cod a day. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But secondly, I don't think The Rock sits there and thinks about the possibly forever lost work rate classics he could have had with Seth Rollins. I think The Rock wanted to be Black Adam and go over on Superman. I don't think he gives a shit about professional wrestling the way you just described. I don't. And until proven otherwise, I'll never believe it. Let's go back to the clip, though, okay?
Okay, yeah, clip. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, here we have Austin Theory. Yep. Oh, damn. Theory, dude, he's seething. The Rock was angry at that. Austin, you know what? I take back what I said. Theory looks confident. Rock is pissed.
You think he's working himself into a shoot, brother?
Listen, man, you want your career to stay? You better not interrupt me ever once a fucking again, all right? Well, but yeah, by the way, watch The Rock here. He really is like slurring and watch this.
Nah, he's out of practice for his promo work. I'm sure every time he does that in Hollywood, they're like, all right, take 10.
Take 10. But this is WWE. Actually, Pete, this is the WWE universe, as Michael Cole would say.
Yeah.
But here we go.
The Rock is a great sports entertainer.
Real sports. All right, here we go.
Real sports.
Oh my God, it's the same promo from 2011.
Yeah, well, I mean, use what you know, I guess.
Oh my God, it's such bullshit, though. Here we go.
This is what he would say.
Look, everybody has something in their wheelhouse. I'll tell you what, man. Like, back when I lived in the apartment and I couldn't have the drums set up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had a couple drum gigs. Like, I would practice on my lap in a practice pad. And when it came time to go play the drums, like, I pretty much stuck to what I knew. Like, I had a repertoire of good fills, and I just fucking stuck to it. Didn't try anything fancy because I couldn't fucking practice properly. And so I'm thinking that's what The Rock's doing here. Like, he's sticking with what he knows, because if he tries to, like, go up and branch out, he thinks he's gonna fuck it up.
Okay.
You know?
Yes, but it's just Pete. You'll never be able to convince me. He's here to take Cody's spot. It is. He's here to face Roman. It's
he's not.
Peter.
Dude, he's
Peter,
literally
listen.
not.
Listen to what I'm about to say.
Okay, I'm listening.
The Rock versus Roman Reigns has been, quote unquote, penciled in for every WrestleMania since, like, God, I don't even know, 32, right? And every time, The Rock's big leagued them because he didn't think he needed it. But you know what? Do you know why he's so trying to make this happen? Is he needs this. He thinks in his mind that The Rock in 2023, post Black Adam Rock, mind you, is versus Tribal Chief Roman Reigns is like a draw in 2024, whenever that would be. Yeah, next year. Versus, my God, dude, Cody losing this past year at WrestleMania perfectly put him on the path to challenge Roman again. But
of course, yeah, that's what it always is gonna be.
But I don't think there's no story that's going to get finished. I really think if Dwayne has something to say about it, he's facing Roman. I mean, what do you think? Survivor Series, WrestleMania? I don't know.
They're not wrestling at Mania. They're not. But I would give you the benefit of the doubt of maybe having them wrestle at Survivor Series. Yes. Like, that would be an awesome Survivor Series main event.
I know, but
The Rock versus Roman, and then maybe like, I don't know. I'm just speculating here. Maybe they're both like kind of heelish, but then like Cody decides the enemy of my enemy is my friend and runs interference for Rock to go over on Roman, and then like maybe takes the belt for no, I take that back. Roman has to pin Rock. He has to keep the belt.
But you know damn well, Pete, you know damn well that Rock wants to do some convoluted finish, right? Where Roman's going to hit him with a spear, and he's going to hit him with a 1 count, and then Rock will put his foot on the rope. The ref will count 2. Rock will kick out, and the ref will count 3. It'll be the screwiest screw job in history because his cousin can't go over him.
Well, is The Rock truly that selfish?
Dude.
Is The Rock Shawn Michaels tier?
I do. You know why I think this, Pete? Outside of his actions in just professional wrestling and the fact that he is gritting his fucking teeth even being here, I genuinely think The Rock has proven that he is an extremely petty guy. And I like with this, God, it's so weird. I can barely convey it. But when The Rock goes on Instagram and talks about his fucking pancakes, right? He talks about at 3 a.m. I hit the gym and I'm a nice guy. Oh, here's all these publicly nice things I do for everybody. And then he just draws such attention to these quote unquote these virtues. He's a signaler. He's a carny, just like everybody else. But his gimmick is that he's a nice guy in Hollywood. And guys like Cena, guys like John Cena, pointed this out years ago. And I understand it was a work, their rivalry. It was to sell tickets. But John Cena embarrassed him on Raw when he was like, oh, yeah, by the way, here's your promo on your wrist or whatever. And he just walked out. He's like, continue trending. Like, The Rock is a fake and a phony, in my opinion. But
you know who's gonna make him drop for the 3 count for Roman Reigns?
The Undertaker. There he is. Tape up those fists. The locker room leader.
Tape up the fists, and he's sitting in gorilla waiting for you, Dwayne.
I heard that your boy over there, Shawn Michaels, was thinking about kicking out at 3.5.
Hold on. Should we do it? Should we do a little puppet show?
I don't know, Shawn. I don't know, Undertaker.
Wait. Actually, no.
Let's be Shawn.
This is a little more accurate.
Okay, so for those who can't see, we have 2 cutouts, and we're about to do Puppet Championship Wrestling, PCW, here between Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. Take it away.
Can you do some Jim Ross commentary?
Well, son of a bitch! Put Steve over! What the fuck are you doing?
Shawn Michaels. If you don't put Stone Cold Steve Austin over WrestleMania tonight, it's gonna be your last match. Oh yeah, well, the Heartbreak Kid doesn't. It's enough.
Oh, look at this! Sean's on the Percocets again! Oh, look at this, Jerry!
Doesn't care what you think about anything, Undertaker, because at least I've been inside Sonny in the past.
Oh, son of a bitch! Somebody stop this man. He has a damn family. Ungoddamn believable.
I don't care whose wife you've stolen. If you steal the belt from Stone Cold, I'll make sure that I steal your life. Got it? Dad, you can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna
Now make him kiss. Make him kiss. Make him kiss. Oh, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
You gotta hit him with the sweet chin
Yep,
music.
that's right. Oh my God, son of a bitch. Oh, that bastard Shawn Michaels has successfully politicked his way out of losing in the main event to Stone Cold Steve Austin King. I can't believe it.
You know, I just think that everyone here is a bunch of petty sons of bitches. Everyone screwed me out of everything. I am the victim.
Where's Goldberg? I hate everyone in wrestling. Oh my God. Dude, okay, honestly, PCW Puppet Championship Wrestling is that's a dime drawer, bro. That's getting the asses in the seats.
I have an epilogue to this story. Yep. 15 years later. Hey, you guys want a job?
Oh my God! By God, he started NWA. By God, total nonstop action wrestling. Oh my God. Oh Jerry. Oh JR. I need a job. But
total nonstop puppet wrestling.
Oh, dude, seriously, Impact, shit packed, as the people from what is that? TWRP, that podcast. They have a very funny series called Shit Packed. Yes, but you know, I think we can abandon ship on the Rock thing. I think we have drilled that one into the ground.
I wish I had a Rock cut up, but these are all new generation guys.
Honestly,
I think they're from '94 because Diesel's got the belt on them.
If you watch NXT now, it pretty much is watching like new gen. I mean, Sean's booking it, so there is quite a bit of crossover. I don't mind NXT. I don't catch up on it too much on a weekly basis. But, Mr. Hardcastle, I'm thinking we need to broach the topic of Maven. Tell me about Maven Huffman.
Oh, shit. Okay. Maven, the most fucking random lower mid-carder from the like late Attitude Era, early Ruthless Aggression. Like, he had like a face run and then a heel run, a little bit more of a face run, and then as he was turning into like a nuclear heel, just fucking released, right? Maven comes back like almost 20 years after the fact with a YouTube channel. And it's drawing mega fucking dimes right
Dude,
Jamie,
this guy, I've got this pulled up right here. I have got to show everybody
how
this.
How is he the most popular
this guy
YouTuber inside of like 2 months of making
Maven has cracked the code. I seriously need this guy's help. I have got to figure out what staff he has hired here, because we're taking one look at his page right here. We're taking one look at his page right here. We're taking, look at this right here.
Holding up
right here.
Pictures of other wrestlers and being like,
oh,
well,
scary.
Nice guy when I wrestled with him.
When I wrestle him. Or you know what my favorite, Pete, is whenever he pulls up a guy from an envelope and he goes, that's my man. Yeah. That's Dave Bautista.
Yeah, dude, he is like best friends with Dave Bautista.
He has cracked the code. I mean, like, we're taking one look. We got a live look at his page here, right? What's the top video? Right here. The day I got fired from WWE. And you got like this like thumbnail. It's great, and it's drawing giga times. Look at this.
Isn't one of them? Isn't
yes.
one of the thumbnails like him talking about other wrestlers? Got a picture of the Undertaker. It's like jerk ? But then you go to the video.
Mean?
Like, yeah, the Undertaker was a very nice guy.
I
enjoyed wrestling with him.
Oh, I love this. Okay. I know. Look at for this. This is my favorite. This guy is like the Mr. Beast of wrestling YouTube. Right here, you have the unwritten rules of the WWE locker room. In fact, you know what? We may have to watch an ad, but let's do a live reaction, because my man Maven has figured it out. He has figured out the YouTube hustle. All right. So right here, as we see on the thumbnail, he's got a green background, right? Very, very pivotal. Oh God, he looks very bonked. Okay, we're gonna take this from the top. We're taking a look at the browser here. Holy shit! He looks. I can't tell if he looks great for his age or if he is Botox City. I can't tell.
No.
Let's take it from the top.
You want to know what he looked like that when he was in too. He just looks a little bit older, and I think that he's just aging like better than you'd think, but maybe a little strangely. Because you know what?
He's
Also,
got
like,
that.
he's probably got a fucked up aging pattern because he did steroids, and he did admit to that, so I can say that.
Yeah, but you know what I will say about him? He comes off great, though. He does seem like a very nice fella. Okay, so let's take it from the top. The unwritten rules of the WWE locker room, and I respect the hustle by this guy. Here we go.
Hey guys, Maven here, and from 2001 through 2005, I had the great job of being a
I love how he starts off every video with like, I had the best job in the world.
Hey guys. No, he's got it. Listen, I'm making light jokes about the guy, but genuinely, I actually extremely respect this guy.
He looks like a nice man.
No, and also, I genuinely respect him. Like, this isn't even, like, facetious. I love the fact that this guy was, like, a literal Who mid-carder in WWE. And I remember, I remember a little bit about him, but I also have a ridiculous knowledge of wrestling that nobody cares about.
You know more about wrestling than I ever hoped to.
Oh, I know, and most of it is irrelevant information that I know. So I remember Maven, but, well, that sounded like a shot. I didn't mean it that way. But regardless.
I remember Maven, but who else does?
I don't want to bury him, but no, seriously. But honestly, he has, look at this, 431K views. He's already got it from the beginning, right? You have the flashy intro at the beginning. Right here, right here.
2001 through
2001.
I had the great job of being a WWE superstar. Now,
he's got that quick jump cut editing. He's figured it out already. So that's the intro.
He does his best fucking move. He cuts his
drop kick. Oh, dude, you know what? He did have a hell of a drop kick, though. All right, continuing.
The drop kick is one of my favorite moves. Road Warrior Hawk did the drop kick a lot.
Yeah.
Fucking love Road Warrior Hawk.
You don't know they exist. You quickly learn about them, and actually, one of these rules I didn't follow led to me being fired.
Oh, look at that. You see that? He just did he said fired, and then he did the cut right to him. He's figured it out. He has mastered the algorithm of YouTube. Yeah. And like, he's got this, like, he's building the intrigue, right, through the intro and all that. And so let's take it to the point where, wait, what's don't ask? Okay, no, we got to keep, we'll try to watch it.
Who knows? I might still be in the WWE. But for right now, let's go over some of the unwritten rules of the WWE. Unwritten rule number 1, shake everyone's hand. Now, this might sound...
Okay, yeah, I've heard this one before. I have heard that you are supposed to go up to every single human being and shake their hand backstage. What do you think Maven did? What did he do, Pete? Let's have some predictions. What did he do wrong in this instance?
I think he shook I think he probably, like, didn't shake everybody's hand. He only shook the hands of people he was working with that night.
Ooh. I don't know, man. The intrigue is building. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1.
Ridiculous, but let's break it down a little bit. As soon as you arrive to a show, and we might do 3 or 4 shows per week, I'm talking every...
Real quick, I'm sorry. Like, look at the. I hate to keep but I don't want to steal his content. I don't want to. I actually don't want to do that, because this guy clearly has worked hard for all of this. But he just the fucking jump cuts. Like, it's honestly, I'm starting to get mad because I don't like this style of video. But like,
I think he might. Do you think he has a team working on it? Like,
yeah,
he maybe
does.
Hired someone like, I need you to edit these fucking videos. Like, I'll record it and I'll talk, but like, you need to edit it into something palatable for a YouTube audience. Like,
yeah. Well, they clearly.
If he's smart, he did that.
I would think so, but I'll admit the first minute has been unbelievable filler. I get it. He is, but again, he's trying to target the normies, right? That's kind of what he's going for. Yeah. It seems like he's kind of.
You know what? Fuck it. If normies get exposed to wrestling through Maven, I don't give a fuck. Like, more people need to like wrestling, because you know what? When I tell people I like wrestling, I get one of 2 responses. The first response is, aren't you like an adult? And then the second response is like, spurg out. It's like, oh, bro, did you see the fucking CM Punk shit, bro? Like, oh, like, and then I sit there, I'm like, yeah, bro, I saw the fucking CM Punk shit, bro. Like,
and that second person was me. He's neglecting to mention.
And the third person in the room is looking at us doing that, and they're just like, Aren't these motherfuckers adults?
Oh, but you forgot. There is a third type of professional wrestling fan, and it's our boy.
He's the third man.
It's our boy. My God. No, but he is the third type of professional wrestling fan, and he is none other than the sole comment on this stream, Fran Imperial, and he just loves Roman Reigns. All right, because you know what? The tribal chief, that's sometimes who you got to bow down to. But anyway, Maven's video is boring the shit out of me. So what do you say, Pete? Do we do some PW live reads?
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Okay. So as a little prerequisite here,
If you see any naked Japanese girls, you have to skip past them before we get banned.
That is why I have taken the browser out of view for a moment. Because...
Dude, I pulled up PW. The first fucking thing on here is Maven.
Oh, are you serious? Oh my God. He draws the dimes.
Maven, multiple videos hit a milli. Can his YouTube success
get
him back in the WWE?
Dude, seriously, appoint the guy as the social media coordinator. Make Maven come back. I don't care what anybody says. Maven clearly understands the business of drawing the dimes. It's sad that he didn't know how to do that in the actual sport of wrestling, but we all have a second wind in life, honestly. I used to be 330 pounds, and now I'm a solid 195. So if it's not too late for me, and it's not too late for Maven, anybody can draw the dimes. Okay?
Bro, we literally, crossed streams on the way. Because, as you were losing weight, I was gaining. Where did we cross? Was it 230?
Ooh, yeah, it was around there. That would have been probably March, right?
Yes, we were both 230 at the same time.
I think so. Because I'm trying to remember, when did I get into, the 210s? Was that May? I'm trying to remember.
210 was more like August, bro.
Jesus, September. I'm 195. Well, okay. So pulling up the catalog here. Continuing the little screener here. PW is a little visited place here on YouTube. It really is not talked about too much because, as we all know, YouTube is dominated in the conversation usually around Twitter or Reddit with professional wrestling. Those are what people associate, but people don't.
/squared circle.
Oh God, I know. But
and speaking of Twitter, I think we should get this as the channel's badge of honor. Our man Admin Chuck here is indeed blocked on Twitter by none other than David Bixenspan.
I did, in fact, get blocked by Wrestling Lol Cow, David Bixenspan.
David Bixenspan paid attention to you for 5 seconds.
He did.
2017.
And my whole existence was validated because you know what? If you're on the wrong side of David Bixenspan, you are doing something right in your life.
Yeah, bro. You're like, you want to know what you are with that fucking tweet? Mm-hmm. You're like the girl who got touched by David Lee Roth at a Van Halen concert. She's like, I'm washing my hands again.
Dude, seriously, the block button, bro. That was a vindication of my whole existence. Okay, so anyway, PW is the board, the official board of professional wrestling on 4chan. Now, 4chan is a big, scary website where the chuds go to congregate and they shit all over guys like CM Punk, like myself. So basically what I'm saying is they're literally me. But I will screen everybody here, all one of you. And I will say that this website uses a lot of foul language, but we will not be reading them, and we take no responsibility for any of those words being uttered.
Yeah, this is the part where we say we disavow their hateful
conduct. Hateful.
And I believe that it is, as a matter of fact, extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Yep. Our democracy is indeed at stake when we read things like PW, the official board of professional wrestling. You know what? Let's see if we can. I want to be the official podcast of PW, okay? Let's see if we can get over on this board. They'll probably just hate us and brigade us, but it's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we're going to do some live reads, right? So I have this pulled up. I'm going to match it up, All right, looks like there's nothing that will get us banned so far. But here's the most, and I knew it. I see, this is why I go to this website, Peter, is occasionally you'll get an insider that heads on here and takes advantage of 4chan's anonymous nature. And right here, we have a guy that is using Tony Khan's image, and it says, insider here. What great nuggets of knowledge behold us, Pete. What do you think?
Insider in AEW?
Yep, it appears so.
I'll bet you anything. They're gonna say like CM Punk tried to like poke out Tony. Tony thought that he was gonna like fucking kill him. Like Chris Jericho had to pull Punk off of Tony.
That already occurred.
I'll guarantee you that Punk like did a shoot on Tony Khan.
Well, this has already come out.
He did like a shoot chokehold on Tony Khan.
That has already come out, but this guy is not.
Meltzer like speculated that, but
oh, dude,
I think it'll be confirmed.
Meltzer fucking buried him. Did you see that? He literally was like, "Oh, I was kind to him. I was kind in my coverage. Lunging was kind language." I'm like, "Damn, Dave. Dave's fucking pissed." I don't know what CM Punk must have done to draw the ire of everybody in the wrestling business. Surely it was their fault. But let's fire up the insider.
Dude, everything is always everybody else's fault with CM Punk.
That is true.
No, you don't understand, Charlie. Like every promotion I've been in
were mean to me. They were all mean to me. But okay.
Okay, but
I
don't anticipate him having anything interesting to say that's not about Lockport Phil.
Yep, it says insider here. Tony Khan is beyond frustrated to the point where he is throwing shit around in his office. The Edge talks are pretty much null and void at this point, but he's dishing out a lot of money from Mercedes Sasha Banks. The Rock showing up caused him... Yeah, Mercedes Monet. Okay, here we go. It's not done. The Rock showing up caused him to start cursing up a storm, and he's getting ready to bring in anyone close to a big name that the WWE releases in the coming weeks. What do you think? Is this real?
So Tony's a petulant child who's playing with daddy's money, and the action figures aren't doing what he wants them to.
Shocking!
Is that what you're telling me?
Breaking
right
fucking news!
My God, I needed an insider to tell me this.
Inside the Ropes exclusive. Tony Khan is rich and young. I know. Okay.
Are we talking about Inside the Ropes?
Oh, boy.
I mean, dude, next stream, I'm expecting you to come in here with an Inside the Ropes article that's like, Vince McMahon dies of laughter.
Of laughter.
I told him a funny joke backstage in 1995.
Dude, how many WWE superstar in critical condition as his contract talks near the renegotiation.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have here. Yeah, this. Okay, somebody says entirely feasible. Short and sweet here. That's a pretty weak thread. Nothing has come out yet. But let's keep watching.
Oh my God, Tony threw a temper tantrum. Color me fucking down.
I'll admit, PW's really let me down today because, oh man, this is kind of a dead board today. I'm telling you, ever since CM Punk left, this board has been a ghost town. Oh God, Joshy thread. Got to go right past that.
Nope.
Yep.
Skip past
Skip.
Japanese chicks.
Yep. Okay, so let's see. Let's try to find some
real
dirt.
You know who I bet would be absolutely down for that shit, though? You know who I bet is an EO Sky mark?
Who?
Guy right here.
Jeff Jarrett. You know, I think Jeff is far more interested in good booking, where I go over as a world champion because I'm going to stretch his ass like he's never been stretched before. Dude, yeah. Okay, this is a good one. So this isn't even a thread necessarily, but this is very true. My friends, our history and tradition with that place have been bootlegged. And there's a picture of The Rock's demoralized face. The Rock has indeed bootlegged and hijacked professional wrestling. But here's another one. This one is actually a topic of conversation. It is one CM Punk. Once again, In all honesty, if he went back to the WWE, it wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing because they know how to keep him in line. That's definitely a lie.
They'd make him fucking job.
You know, I would like to believe this because
I would love to see CM Punk be forced to job to a bunch of shitters.
I will say, you know, as much as Punk has go away heat with the industry right now, I will say, I think there would be money in the idea of, no, you know what? Fuck this guy. No, I don't want him.
No, yeah.
I don't want him back.
You know what, Charlie?
Fuck this guy.
Although I love to hate him, I love the fact that he's been blacklisted from the industry completely. Even
I agree. What? Yeah, because what do you do?
He needed to go.
What do you do when you bring him back to WWE? See, people always say, I always hear people say this. Oh, dude, he could be right on his way back to WWE. Huh, AEW lost. Okay. What? Seriously, Pete, you are given CM Punk, right? And you are given 6 months, a 6-month program, commitment with him. What the fuck do you do? What is compelling using CM Punk before he blows it all to hell when he gets injured or goes on some shoot campaign? What do you do? Seriously.
You literally like make him a nuclear heel piece of shit. Like basically just have him be himself.
Yes.
And have him put over like good guys. Like
okay.
Look, you want to know something? This motherfucker CM Punk could make Austin Theory a babyface. I swear to
Jesus.
Like, CM Punk is such a magnanimous piece of shit that he could make Austin Theory a babyface.
Okay. So
I'm serious.
I don't agree. Why? I think tell me why. Austin, you know what? I don't agree because CM Punk would need to last 3 months for a program to take shape. And I think that we're now sadly at the point.
He lasted 2.5.
He did, exactly. So I think we are sadly at the point that unless he finds the Lord, medication, or both, I think his time in wrestling has definitely come to an end, a bitter end.
Well, I'm actually, I was reading a little bit of PW here. I pulled it up in tandem with you. There's a thread. Wrestle Ops on Twitter reports CM Punk on Cage Fury Fighting Championship 125 says he's got time on his hands for the next 2 months.
Whew.
Survivor Series is in 2 months.
Oh my God! Please don't.
There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
They can't. No, I know. They can't. Do you think they would do it? Would they go for it?
I just sent you the link. I just sent you the link so you can look at it too.
Yep. Do you think they would do it though? Like, would they don't think they'd take the bait?
Charlie.
Yeah.
As God is my witness. If they do, I don't want to watch the WWE anymore.
Oof, Ebros, we got him. Survivor Series in 2 months. Dude, I hope not. Somebody says drones will now sing about how good Punk is like clockwork. Nope. I will go on record here, and I will say that we don't want him, and we never want him. Never. Nope. Not happening. Somebody says he's not good, but he's a draw. And see, this is an important point. Somebody once says maybe for a week or two. And that's critical because what has CM Punk done that has drawn dimes past 2 weeks, right? Collision, he drew our dimes. He drew us into such a seething shoot.
I wanted to fucking hate him.
I know.
To see him get quabbed.
I know. But he drew.
As horrific as this sounds, I kind of wanted to see him get injured.
The point is, nonetheless, that he drew dimes from our pockets to get up and go see him. Right? That it doesn't matter if you want to see him dead. We went and we saw him. But that was week 1. And I'd be lying if I told you that I consistently tuned into Collision after that. That would be a lie. That would be a stone-faced lie.
Yeah, and I would turn it on for 15 minutes, watch CM Punk go over inorganically again, and turn it off.
I do find that.
You want to know what it was? It was like CM Punk and FTR were acting like the fucking NWO or some shit, but they were like faces.
Oh, I know.
It was weird. And it was stupid.
The schizophrenic late stage CM Punk stuff will be talked about for years to come. You know why? Because he showed up clearly ready with a shaved head and a scorched earth heel attitude to work with the Elite, right? That was clearly. But I don't know if it was the fact that the Bucks didn't want to work with him, or he was delusional and thought he could be a babyface, or maybe even both. But the fact is,
it's all conspiracy. The Elite made sure his taxi wasn't at Heathrow Airport.
Oh, dude, the Punk Anon conspiracy shit that like Jim Cornette's been peddling, that headcanon, is mind blowing. So the point being, CM Punk has had, when he came back in 2023, the bizarro world where he acted like this babyface and would team with babyfaces, but would get booed out of the building while hitting Hogan tier leg drops and signaling to the crowd. That was the most confusing period of wrestling in so long.
Like, goddamn, I hesitate to say this, but like, I don't want to say it was the worst booking ever, but it was pretty fucking bad. What do you think? Okay, what do you think was the worst booking ever if it wasn't CM Punk's last AEW run and last run in all of wrestling? If we're gonna be real,
yeah, AEW. I know. What a qualifier,
He got to have a fucking retirement match where he won.
Oh, I know. And this has now happened twice, where he's gotten injured but held a belt on the way out. And it's nobody got over. Yeah, but no, I'm Mr.
But Tony did.
This time, yeah, that is true. This time it was Tony. And the monitor that they paid $100,000 for. But if you're asking me, I mean, geez, AEW has had some bangers in terms of bad booking, though. Like JAS, anything with Midlife Crisis Jericho has been pretty bad. But, I mean, because you know what? With CM Punk, at least there's that factor of, oh, when is it going to go to shit this time? Jericho, that guy, what is he wrestling my wife's son Ospreay for? I don't know what that's all about.
It should be wife's son.
Dude, I could not believe he thought. The fact that, okay, this is a bit of a detour, but the show is clearly full of those. Will Ospreay went on Dynamite and thought it was a good idea to cut that promo when in the lead up to his match with Jericho, and literally said some shit like, I got my wife's son at home. Like, AEW is very much on another planet. Have you seen this, Pete?
Yeah, Will Ospreay was never dimes.
No. And that dug the grave.
Okay, he can do heckin' flipperinos. Okay, great. Like, yeah, I've not like I've ever seen that. Like, as I get older, I'm starting to realize that wrestling is not really about the wrestling.
That is very true.
It's about the story.
It's about the program.
You have to make me interested in what you guys are doing, because I'm not an academic wrestling watcher. I'm not like, oh, look at the double quintuple 720 backflip heckin' Hurricane Ronarino.
Oh,
top rope,
Pete.
Whoa,
you don't understand. You have to have a very, very high IQ in order to like AEW. Okay, because that's the sad part. AEW is filled with those like Reddit Rick and Morty types who think that some obscure happening on ROH in 2006 is like fair game, and everybody knows it. And that's Tony Khan's booking philosophy. And I think that now I am one of those that knows all about Zandig and knows all about,
No one does this to the wife beater. No one does this to Zandig.
You're gonna die! You are gonna die! Do you hear me?
5 of them! 5 of them!
5 of them!
What are you, blind?
Oh, Jesus! Oh, my God. Robbie Marino, CZW, what the fuck just happened? Well, okay, point being, yes, I am well aware of the great backyard wars of Zandig and CZW, but that is not the majority of people. And when even I am finding this tiresome, it's probably time to change some shit up.
Okay, yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. Like, AEW was great back when it first started because at the very least it was new. But now I think they're worshiping the indies so much that these guys who they're signing, and first of all, like, why is their roster so huge?
Oh,
like, who are these people?
Shitters. I mean, they fell for it, bro.
Dude, every single time we go to an AEW show, like, more often than not, who the fuck are you?
Dude.
Right?
When the open...
It's not only that, but the fact that they're also telling these indie guys, oh my god, you're so good. You're such a good wrestler, bro. Like, when you did the heckin' flipperino off the top rope with the double McTwisty 760, oh my god.
And it's a feedback loop, dude.
And then these wrestlers are like, even though they're like dimeless indie shitters that can't cut a promo to save their fucking ass, they're like, oh, I'm such a good wrestler. Like, oh my god, I'm creating art right now. Like, and then you want to know what it ends up being? Tony Khan is paying a bunch of mid-carders to do, like, fucking upper card work, when in reality it's drawing less and less dimes every time, and pretty soon they're going to experience the absolute pit of the law of diminishing returns.
Bro, I think we're there. I mean, you saw the...
Wait, wasn't one of the venues coming up for Dynamite? Didn't it only draw like 2,500?
That's what I'm saying. Literally today, or I guess, the numbers came out. The lowest attended Dynamite in history. I mean, that's fucking crazy. How are we now officially at the point where we are negative dimes? We are losing money, like just holding events. And I think that at some point the bow, it has already broken. But at some point, Tony Khan does have to realize, like, you can't book for Reddit.
Tony Khan still has the nerve to claim his company is valued at $2 billion.
That was crazy. I could not believe he claimed that shit.
Absolutely fucking
Base Carney, though. I mean, just work him like that. But I don't know, man. The bow has broken, I think. And I hope that they're able to come out the other side.
Is Shad Khan going to cut off his least favorite child or what?
No, because I think...
I shouldn't say that. I'm sure his dad loves him very much.
Oh, he very much does. I mean,
how
do you not love...
I
got to say this,
though. We're going to get in some
though.
serious trouble if we ever get famous on this fucking podcast.
Well, I'll say this. You take one look at Tony, he's a cute little boy. How do you not love him, though? I mean, look at him. Seriously. I know he looks like kind of like a cokehead now, but... Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Dynamite, guys.
Oh, guys, look. No, look at this, like right here. It says, will his coke-addled brain ever realize... Oh, that's mean. But no, look at him. He's so nice. He's really nice.
He looks
He's
like
a good boy. He's a nice boy. But he's not crazy enough for professional wrestling, and that's where the issue lies, I think. He's not Jeff Jarrett, ready, willing, and Gable. Thank you. To put himself over for the world title. So that concludes the Tony Khan AEW shitfest. And Pete, I got to be honest, I think we're coming to the end of the show.
We certainly are. Do you have anything else you want to talk about, buddy?
As far as the final thoughts, not too much other than we are going to try to make this a weekly production. There are quite a bit of outstanding commitments that we both face. However, once a week, we're going to try. So Thursdays or Fridays are typically going to be the times that we hold that. And there will be notifications on the community tab over there on KVTV. Follow on Instagram, @MinChuck, KVTV, @MinChuck_KVTV. And I'm thinking we hit him with our final tagline, Pete. That's WrestleKino. I'm Admin Chuck.